Good morning, Bulldogs!
This is the Garnet Gold and White Show.
I'm Nairobi Felix.
And I'm Livia Felix.
Finals are today and tomorrow. Students will be dismissed at 2:45 p.m. Seniors, mandatory grad night meeting at 2:50 p.m. at Barney Gym. Grad night is on June 3rd. Seniors, make sure to be cleared and follow guidelines. And backpacks will not be allowed on campus during the week of June 6th through the June 10th.
Deliveries of food, cake, and balloons will not be accepted during the next 2 weeks. Seniors return back on June 7, 8, and 10 in room 11. 9 to 11 graders keep bags for summer school and next year. Last day of school is June 10. Seniors will be dismissed at 1:30 p.m. during 6th period. And freshmen through juniors will have a regular dismissal on the last day of school. First day of summer school is on June 20th at main campus.
Hi, I'm Brandon Nava.
And I'm Ana Berciaga.
Today we're here to give a special shout out to a CHS 9 student,
Hector Murillo,
who will be releasing a new book titled Elysium
on December 16th of this year.
Make sure to check out the link below to view it on Amazon when it comes out.
Congratulations on your path as an author.
Hi guys, today we're here with Ivanna Garibay.
Hi guys.
So this is an interview because Ivanna has gotten into Harvard. Woo! So we want to just give a moment to recognize you, appreciate you, and give a shout out to Ivanna. And so this interview will showcase her and all her big accomplishment that she has achieved. So what did you write about in your college essays?
Well, I wrote probably like 4 to 5 essays, and the main essay was about how I crossed the border every day and a lot of the hardships a lot of first gen and low income students face, especially here in Calexico. So I wrote about crossing the border early in the morning and how sometimes it's very difficult for me to stay here at school, or I have to go to other places to not be alone because my mom doesn't want me walking very late at night, but sometimes I have to. And I also wrote about my family life, some of the hardships and what we have to face every day as a Mexican family. But I think that one was my main essay. Then the rest of the essays centered on my leadership skills, and I talked about my YouTube channel where I read books to younger children. I also talked about how I love math, how math is one of my favorite subjects, and how it's connected to what I want to do now.
Did anyone encourage you to apply to Harvard?
Yes, a lot of people encouraged me, especially my mother. When I was like 6 probably, I told her I wanted to go to Harvard, and she never really doubted, or she just assumed that I would. But she did ask me once the college season started that if I was going to apply, and I said of course, and I started my application. But I also got a lot of encouragement from my friends, family, and a lot of mentors.
What was your reaction when you found out that you got into Harvard?
Well, the first thing I did was scream because I was really surprised. I had opened other letters before that one, and I had very mixed feelings when opening them. There were many rejections, and that kind of discouraged me that I was not going to get into Harvard, and I was very reluctant in opening all my letters because I prefer to live in my ignorance and being that nothing has happened, it's still normal. And once I was going to open Harvard, I was a little bit faster in opening them. And well, I was breathing in and out, drinking a lot of water, my mom telling me to open it, to not wait anymore. And I got the courage, and I clicked open the email or the letter, and immediately I closed my eyes because I wanted to hang on to the ignorance a little bit more. And then I opened my eyes, and the first thing I see is the group of students throwing like leaves, and in bold it said congratulations. And it took like some moments to figure out what it meant, and then I screamed and jumped and hugged my mom, and that was my initial reaction to everything.
Did you apply to any other Ivy League schools? If so, did you get in?
Yes, I applied to other Ivy League schools, but I didn't get in. The 4 Ivy League schools I applied were Yale, Columbia, Princeton, and Harvard. However, I was a little bit biased because my only Ivy League that I really wanted to get into was Harvard, and I did. And I opened my letters from least to most favorite. So in that exact order, I opened Yale first. That was my least favorite. then Columbia, then Princeton, and then Harvard.
What major did you choose and why did you choose this one?
Okay, so I'm majoring in neuroscience, and the reason I chose this major is mostly because since I was little, I've always wanted to become a doctor. I used to get very sick a lot when I was younger, and I've never experienced more kindness and more like caring in a person than a doctor, and I wanted to transmit that to other people, especially children. But then as I grew older, now that my grandfather reached a certain age, he got Alzheimer's or senile dementia, so it's really difficult for him to remember everything and just take care of himself. So I really saw how he changed from being very social and being super into the conversation to now just listening to us and seeing like we're not there and he's like in his own world. And for me, that's something I really want to investigate once I'm in college, and that's why I decided to major in neuroscience.
Oh, that's a really good story. How do you feel about moving so far from your hometown?
Well, it's definitely going to be a challenge because I'm always surrounded by people that I'm always cared for and they're always there for me. And right there in Harvard, I'm going to start zero and it's like going to be a new life. And in some part, I already feel independent, but I think being in college and being by myself is going to make me more independent and more self-reliant on myself. Mm-hmm. And I'm really excited for leaving out of my hometown. I've always wanted to go and explore outside of Calexico and Mexicali, but I'm never going to forget here because that's how I've become and that's the person I was destined to be. So definitely I'm going over there to represent the Imperial Valley and also Mexicali.
So what excites you the most about going to Harvard?
Well, there's so many things that I'm really excited. I'm really excited for some of the extracurriculars that they offer there. There's one that I go to volunteer at local hospitals and talk to children and just have a support group for those children who have family members in the hospital. I'm also really excited to work as an intern, maybe in a research lab in neuroscience or any research that requires someone to help. I'm always willing to be that extra hand. And I'm also very, very excited of meeting new people, of meeting new cultures and perspectives that it's very hard to get in a very small town or very small city like here in Calexico or even Mexicali. So it's definitely a very new experience for me, but I know I'm not going to be disappointed when going there.
Thank you so much for letting us interview you. I know it was like a hard thing to make a decision on, but we're like literally so proud. Honestly,
Thank you
it's like
so
so
much.
exciting for you to go